Greetings from the land of love, beauty, color, joy, and happiness. I'm an American fine artist. My name is Carol Ann Henderson. This is an introduction to a 6-foot by 9-foot painting that I created in my cottage on Cape Cod. It took 8 months to produce, and since the ceilings were so low in my tiny cottage, I had to hang my canvas sideways on the wall. And I painted this entire 9-foot painting, which looks pretty good upright, sideways. And it was very exciting when I felt I had painted my last stroke and signed it. I'll show you where. Right down on the bottom there. And held it upright to take a look. 8 months of painting, day and night. Not because the painting is so complex. I mean, it's wonderful, but because it's so large, there was a lot to cover, a lot of canvas to cover. It was really, it felt like an infinity within. So, and it is infinite within the boundaries of the canvas. Now, this was initially titled Exuberance. It is an exuberant painting. It's full of joy. I loved every minute of painting it. But what's most interesting about it is I had a friend who urged me to enter the Armonk Outdoor Art Show in New York. And I was really agoraphobic at the time. I had been through some stuff in life, and it just, oh gosh, I just hid out in my work for a lot of years. But I got into the show, and I was afraid to really go, but he helped me get a tent and set it up, and he basically just stood by me there the whole time. And it was really fun. I sold one painting. They're not quite as large. A man bought an elephant for good fortune for his girlfriend for, I think it was Valentine's Day. It was really neat. It was an expensive painting. I was really impressed that he would spend so much money on his girlfriend. It was really, I mean, just out of my realm, really beyond beautiful. Anyway, Sunday night when it was time to take down the show, he insisted on, you know, being the one to secure this painting to the back of my pickup truck. And I was a little nervous about it because every time some guy tries to secure something to the back of my pickup truck, inevitably it flies off. Well, this painting is here, all here in one piece, but it did go on a pretty big adventure that Sunday night. So by the time everything was packed up and strapped on and put away, he drove ahead of me in his car, leaving Armonk, heading up, I think it was 684, towards Bedford, New York. And he pulled off the exit. I followed him to get some gas. He hopped out of his car, and I was waiting in my truck, and I saw that face. He looked like he saw a ghost. He had, first of all, he had the biggest brown eyes you ever saw in the first place, Mark. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful human being. He had the biggest scared look on his face, and he come up to me and he goes, "Carol Ann, where's the painting?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "The painting, it's gone from the back of your pickup truck." I'm like, "What?" I get out of the truck. I look. There's no painting strapped to the back, the top of the bed of the pickup truck. My heart I could just picture it flew off and hit somebody's windshield on 684 heading towards Bedford. Oh my gosh, from Armonk. So he finished filling his tank, and I said, we have to go back. The whole way I dreaded seeing, you know, sirens and lights. And, oh my God. I said, all that work, I hope we didn't kill somebody. It would have been dreadful. So exit after exit, we go all the way back to Armonk and get back on the highway and trace our tracks towards Bedford. We went exit to exit there and kept going, and I thought I had seen a little clip. I mean, he went in his car, I went in mine. A little corner of this painting in the fast lane on the highway. I was like, oh my gosh. These trucks were blowing by at like 90 miles an hour. Maybe faster, maybe not so fast. I don't know. It was just insane. I mean, it's when you just drive in one of those little pickup trucks, everything else seems like a monster at full speed. So by the time I pulled over, I was a quarter of a mile at least ahead of where I thought I saw a little corner of something in the fast lane by the median. So, oh gosh. I pulled over and put my flashers on in the breakdown lane, and I started walking back, facing traffic. And I stayed in the breakdown lane walking. And when I got to the point, it was so hard to see. It was dark, and there was just everybody was coming home from somewhere late in the dark at night, and the trucks were blowing by. I was like, oh my God. The one good thing was at least nobody, there were no apparent accidents or sirens or flashing lights where this painting here might have blown off and hit somebody's windshield or caused a crash or anything. I didn't see any such thing happen, thank God. It's so beautiful too. This just like brings you into spring and summer and warmth and joy and the infinity of goodness. Really was a lot of love in this. Well, anyway, I'm walking back, and it's getting cold too, and the wind is blowing and the trucks are flying. So I go around where I think I saw it, and I cross over to the fast lane side of the highway and start walking along the median. Oh my goodness, those trucks almost blew me over. So I kept walking, some honking, you know, stuff like that. And all of a sudden I see the corner, that thing I thought I saw, reaching for the fast lane on the highway. My goodness, it was the painting, laying upright, facing the heavens, in the median, the grassy median. I was like, oh, my painting, my painting, my painting, my painting. I could not see what kind of condition this painting was in, but let me just give you a little thing. This poor painting flew. It took a great ride across the sky. And I picked up the painting and I started walking towards my truck. In the fast lane, I couldn't cross. There were too many trucks flying by. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. And I was little, so even holding it sideways, this 6-foot wide painting from the frame on the back, I was billowing like a sail. I was afraid I was going to be airlifted myself with this giant 9-foot canvas. Oh my goodness. So I kept walking and walking and walking that quarter or more mile towards where I start to see my, you could see the tiny lights of my car, my truck flashing ahead, the emergency flashers, and the trucks that went by. It was really scary. So I just kept marching and hoping I didn't get blown over or run over, but I had to stay on the edge of the fast lane. Again, I couldn't cross. There were too many cars and trucks blowing by. And also, that then the median kind of drops off. The grass there, I didn't, really couldn't walk down in there with any sure-footedness. So I did not get blown over, and me and the painting did not get airlifted together, even though it flew off on its own, this little magical thing. But I got back to my truck, and by then my friend Mark had looped around a couple times looking himself, and then you could tell he saw that I was walking along the highway, and he pulled over up by my truck and waited for me to arrive with the painting, and that you couldn't even see there was a person walking behind it, probably. I mean, it was so big, and I had to also kind of, as I walked with it, lift it up with the the top arch of my foot, just to, it's not that it's that heavy, but it was heavy for me because I'm not very big. I'm 5'2". I probably weighed, 130 pounds, but really this thing is big. And it's got a multi-sectioned wood frame, which Mark actually built for the painting. Anyway, that's love. That's when somebody believes in you and they help you with everything. So there he waited, and I said, well, I'm going to strap this onto the back of the truck this time. And I did, and we got back, and miraculously, in the final, it must have tapped down on the highway on this one corner. Can you see that? There's just like one little corner on this painting, which is just, it's incredible that this thing flew off my truck on 684 late at night, trucks blowing by. It didn't kill anybody, and it just got a little scar, a little nick, which if you framed it, who would though, because it's painted all around the edges too, but it just got that little tiny nick for the big journey it was on, and thus I personally have renamed this my magic carpet. So there you have it. Sorry about the squeaky, creaky wood floors. Just another part of life here in the land of color and artistry and love and appreciation for all things beautiful, magical, love-filled, joyous, integral, and nicely done. Thanks for stopping by. If you would like to buy this painting, is anyone laughing? It's $24,000. It's oil on canvas. I can deliver it to you anywhere in the continental U.S. In its frame, or I can take it off the frame and roll it up and ship it any place in the world. The actual measurements are 8 feet 8 inches high by 5 feet 8 inches wide, and the thickness is probably an inch. It's if it's an inch, 3/4 of an inch, somewhere's in there, but it's very sturdy and it knows how to fly. It's filled with love, and it has a very, very colorful life path history of its own. Not just that it was painted sideways and looks lovely, right? But that I think it's special when people take all their solitude and all the nothingness of a blank canvas and turn it into something magical that you can love for the rest of your life, because it's truly a feat of magic. Thank you for joining me. If you would like to buy the painting, I'll put my email below. It is diamondgirlshine@hotmail.com. The painting is also posted on my website, brilliantmindspress.com. And I'm also here to answer any questions. Thanks for your interest, and thanks for listening for 16 minutes and 17 minutes to my story here, and for letting me bring you into my life and share the adventures of one very special painting with you. God bless you. Take care. I love you, and God loves you too. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.